I was 14 years old when my dad raped us. He's an alcoholic and a chronic one for that matter. So my mom traveled alongside with two of my siblings. I was left alone with my dad during that period. So that day he came back, unusual now, as the usual stuff. He came back that day very drunk. He knocked at the door, I opened the door. So he was staring at me so lustfully. He was staring at my breast. So I was just staying there. The next thing I heard was he bashed into my room. He asked me to open my legs. I didn't even agree to that. We started fighting and I was fighting him. He said that if I don't agree to this, that he's going to kill me today. And I've seen him beat my mom whenever he's drunk or anything. And he hit my eyes that day. I just allowed him to do whatever he wanted to do. He raped from night till morning, brutally. So the next morning, he was already sober. He asked me reluctantly if anything actually happened yesterday, that he's sorry, that he wasn't in his right senses. He was returning. He said he never knew that I was the one, that he thought it was my mom. He said, I said that nah, mobile, new chassis. Like he said it in English. English was, as a mic. His new chassis, that my mom's own is old and saggy. When my mom came back, she did nothing. She just comforted me. She cried with me. She just took me to a chemist shop where they bought me drugs, injection. They gave me injection. And she didn't prepare meal for my dad for a few days. She didn't cook for my dad. But after a few days, what amazed me was after a few days, someone that was crying with me, that was weeping, that was doing everything with me, she still went back being my dad's wife.
So your mom didn't, aside from keeping malice with your father for a few days, for raping you, she didn't do anything else. She didn't speak to any other person.
That's what hurts me the most. My mother cried with me, did everything with me. She didn't speak with any authority. I was expecting her to stand out for me. But she never did any of those. She never did any of those.
Nothing should make a father a child. Not alcohol. Not his family demons. Not even his own personal trauma. So I'm not justifying his actions, and I don't care. You sure, don't forgive him. You don't owe him that. I'm not even talking about your mother. Going back to performing sexual duties with a man who raped your child, who also happens to be the child's father, is despicable.
This is Unburdened, where silence breaks and healing begins.
My name is Dr. Oma Ndulue, and I am your host for today's episode of Unburdened. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I need you to know that this is a safe space.
Okay.
Aside from the mask you are wearing to conceal your identity, our team of editors are going to tweak your voice.
All right.
So when you tell us your story, don't mince words. Don't sugarcoat it. Do not be worried about stigma. Nobody will be able to demystify you. Let your story be raw and unfiltered. And we hope that by so doing, you'll begin your journey towards healing, because healing starts with speaking. So I would like to do an age check so that our viewers will know that I'm not speaking to a minor. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Our guest today is a 26-year-old girl. So tell us why you came to the Onboarding podcast studio today.
Okay. I was 14 years old when my dad raped twice.
I beg your pardon. Your father raped you
Yes, my biological father.
at 14?
Yes. My father is an alcoholic and a chronic one for that matter.
Please tell us how this happened.
It happened that my grandma died when I was in just 3 class. Coincidentally, her burial was fixed during my junior WAEC exams. So my mom traveled alongside with two of my siblings. I was left alone with my dad during that period. And he was supposed to travel with his other family members, but my mom traveled 5 days before the burial. So that day he came back, unusual now, as the usual stuff. He came back that day very drunk. He knocked at the door, I opened the door. So he was staring at me so lustfully. He was staring at my breast. I just walked away from him. We stay in 2-bedroom flats. In one room, I stayed there with my siblings. Most times, my mom do join us whenever he has issues with my dad, whenever he's drunk. So I was just staying there. The next thing I heard was he bashed into my room. He asked me to open my legs. I didn't even have to that. We started fighting, and I was fighting him. He said that if I don't agree to this, that he's going to kill me today. And I've seen him beat my mom whenever he's drunk or anything. And he hit my eyes that day. I just allowed him to do whatever he wanted to do. So he raped me from night till morning, brutally. I screamed and screamed. So the next morning, he was already sober. He asked me reluctantly if anything actually happened yesterday, that he's sorry, that he wasn't in his right senses. I ignored him. I prepared for school that day and went for school.
Oh my God. Any sexual experience before that time?
No, this is the first one that just happened.
You were a virgin.
Yes, I was a virgin. So I went to school, then I came back midnight of that day again. Same thing happened, same pattern, everything. I couldn't endure it. The next morning, I had to go to my auntie's place. I just stayed there till when my mom came back. I didn't tell my aunt what happened. I didn't tell anybody. I waited till my mom came back. So when my mom came back, I came back home. Immediately she saw me, she knew I wasn't in the right state. She asked me what the problem was. I broke down in tears. I told her, Mom, see what happened. She started crying with me. We cried and cried that day. That day, my dad didn't even come back. He didn't come back that day. He didn't come back the next day. It was the third day that he even came back. Okay, when he now came back, he was acting as if nothing happened. He was pretending. My mom started fighting him. He was pretending. He said he never knew that I was the one. That he thought it was my mom. I knew he knew I was the one. Even if it was wrong, I knew he knew I was the person. Then he said something. He said, I said that tomorrow, new chassis. Like he said it in English. English also know as a mic. His new chassis that my mom's own is old and saggy. You get?
So he knew it was you.
Yes.
He actually perpetrated that act because if he didn't know, he wouldn't have made this comment you just made now.
Exactly. Because when I was screaming, when he was doing it, I was screaming. I was telling him, I'm not your wife. This is not your wife. He said he knew. That means he wasn't really drunk.
So what did your mother do? After you said he came back 3 days later and your mom fought him. After the fighting and comforting you and all that, what else did she do?
When my mom came back, she did nothing. She just comforted me. She cried with me. She just took me to a chemist shop where they bought me drugs, injection. They gave me injection. And she didn't prepare meal for my dad for a few days. She didn't cook for my dad. But after a few days, what amazed me was after a few days, someone that was crying with me, that was weeping, that was doing everything with me, she still went back being my dad's wife. But that day, they were never my parents again. I cut them off.
What do you mean by she went back being your dad's wife?
You can imagine the same man that slept with your daughter, the same man that's as in his child. He's the same person he opened his two legs for. As in, I don't even know how to say anything. But whenever I'm in the sitting room, the next thing I will hear is that I will hear my dad grunting like a pig inside the room with my mom. And the next morning, he will start avoiding eye contact with me as if something happened. He doesn't want to have anything to do with me. So I really felt hurt.
So your mom didn't, aside from keeping malice with your father for a few days, for raping you, she didn't do anything else. She didn't speak to any other person.
She never spoke with any other person. That's what hurts me the most. My mother cried with me, did everything with me. She didn't speak with any authority. I was expecting her to stand out for me. But she never did any of those. She never did any of those.
She just went back to being his wife like nothing happened.
She didn't do anything. She said, claiming that if she did anything, that it will stop me from getting married. Who even told her that I wanted to get married? Who told her? I don't even want to have anything to do with men. I don't want to get married. Coupled that I was raped by my dad. I don't want to.
So have you been in communication with anyone?
It's been a while. It's been 8 years since I left home and 12 years since my dad me. So I'm better off left alone.
So you're surviving alone in school?
I'm actually surviving, yeah.
Tuition, accommodation, feeding. How are you coping?
Like I told you earlier, I sell thrift clothes for adults and children. I'm into POS business. I also link up with caterers. Most times I join ushering work from time to time, so I'm surviving in school.
Have you healed?
I hope I had healed, but I haven't. I haven't healed. I'm better left alone.
Would you want to see a therapist?
I don't think I need that for now.
So since after you left home, has your mom or your dad tried to reach out, maybe apologize for what happened?
You should know now, Nigerian parents, they can never apologize. Even if he had apologized, will it undo what the harm he has already done to me? Is he going to undo the harm he has already caused me? Like losing my virginity to my dad? No, I can never forgive him. It's not possible. It can never undo the harm he has already caused me. My virginity, I lost it to my dad. No.
So you need to see a psychologist, a trauma-informed psychologist to help you heal. The reason I'm suggesting this is that you've bottled up a whole lot through the years, justifiably so. If you notice, you just said you don't even want something to do with your siblings. It shows that you are bitter, you are angry.
Yes, I'm actually bitter. Right now, I don't want to have anything to do with my parents. In fact, as I'm speaking to you right now, I hate my life. I really hate my life. So I just want to be left alone. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I'm better off alone.
I understand. I'm not asking you to forgive them. You don't owe them forgiveness. What matters at this point, most importantly, is your mental health and your journey towards healing. So if keeping your distance from your father who hurt you and your mother who was complicit to the crime would, help your mental health, it's fine. Maintain status quo. I don't have a problem with you not forgiving them. You don't owe them forgiveness. But what I am concerned about is that you heal. I want you to start your journey towards healing because you have been traumatized. Your experience is a very bad one.
Yes, actually.
And then nothing justifies sexually harming a child you were supposed to protect. The first protector of a child is her father. So the damage that comes with being harmed by the person who was supposed to protect you cannot be quantified. It's not even something that we can measure. Nothing should make a father a child. Not alcohol, not his family demons, not even his own personal trauma. So I'm not justifying his actions and I don't care if, sure, don't forgive him. You don't owe him that. But my dear, you need to heal. I'm not even talking about your mother. Going back to performing sexual duties with a man who raped your child, who also happens to be the child's father, is despicable. Women who stay silent when their daughters are abused, I don't know how you live with yourselves. This category of women who are so desperate to remain married to a man who abused their daughter, I think they have a mental problem. Your father erred, but your mother even erred more. Because imagine going back to sleeping with the same man who slept with your daughter just a few days after the incident. I mean, so I'm not saying forgive them. I won't even forgive them if I were you. But what I care about is that you heal. And that's why I want you to see a therapist. The bill is on us. Give it a try. You might say you're strong, but just give it a try and see if there'll be any difference.
No problem. If you say so.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you having the courage to share this. Thank you very much.
I am free.